Hey, hello everybody. Yeah, it's John is back with my betting picks, best bets. So I took a couple weeks off. I just didn't like the cards. I love the cards. I love the fights. I should have said I just didn't like. I didn't like anything good enough to bet. Excuse the phone if it's shaking or moving or whatever. I'm driving. I have to do this while I'm driving because I got stuff to do. So anyways, this weekend, June, I believe it's June 27th. Yeah, June 27th. We got a lot of fights on the card. On ESPN again. Seems like UFC is the only sport out there to watch. At least the only decent sport, at least as far as what I like. So, anyways, let's get into it. Once again, I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about records, about everything that the fighters do and don't do, and what all that. We all know that already. My record speaks for itself. If you go back and look, you'll see my winning record every week. I had one week where I went 50-50. So you still wouldn't have lost any money, but the other 6 weeks I was in the 70, 80, and 90% winning percentage. So let's get into this. First of all, we got Griffin and Zalal, and I know nothing about these two. A little bit about Griffin, but not enough to put a wager on these two fighters. But as I always say, any fight's better than no fight. Now this next one, Hansen and Frey. From what I heard, there was a replacement. I'm not sure if one of these was replaced, but it didn't matter because I don't feel good enough about either fighter to bet on either of them. So we go to the next one. Sato and I want to say it's Brahima. There we go again. I don't feel confident enough to put, for your $20 better, that's, you make a bet just to have some action on a fight. That's fine, but I just don't feel confident enough to bet big money on these when I don't know much about them or not impressed with them. So now we're going to go to Lins and Bozer. Now this fight I do like, and my phone just slipped. And in this fight I like Lins. And that's all I got to say about that. Okay, the next fight, Barella. This is the girls fighting. Barella and Maverick. I like Barella in this fight. I think it was two think it was 2 fights ago, I bet on this. I bet on her, and she won. If I'm not mistaken, she lost her last fight, but I expect a big return this time. So now we go to Pina, and I'm trying not to crash while I'm driving. So yeah, Pina and Worthy. And I don't like this fight. Love to watch it, just don't like to bet on it. Now we go to Vellante and Green. Now this fight here is going to be a crazy fight. Green is a monster. Absolute monster. So just on his strength alone, his size, I'm going with Green. So that takes us to the last fight before we get into the co and main event. We got Allen and Dacus. Not real confident on this fight either. Maybe somebody out there has some information. I just don't. A lot of fighters I follow. These are 2 that I don't. So now we get to the co-main event. Mike Platinum Perry. Platinum Mike Perry against Mickey Gall. This fight is going to be the most entertaining fight of the year. And I just don't see. I mean, I know Mickey Gall, he beat up CM Punk, but that's like me saying I beat up my sister. I'm not impressed with him. And another thing is Mike Perry, he has to win this fight. He's on a 2-fight losing streak, and if he loses this fight, it might be. I mean, I ain't gonna say his career's over, but it ain't gonna look good with a 3-fight losing streak. Although he's more of an entertainer, but I do like him in this fight. So yeah, I'm taking Mike Perry. And then we get to the main event. Dustin Poirier against Dan the Man. Dan Hooker. This is the toughest fight on this card. These are two brawlers. These guys are tough. Now, I did bet on Hooker last time he fought, and he won. And I think that was probably about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And I'm gonna say, man, this is tough. But you got to remember, you can't. Like I said in my very first video, you can't bet with your heart. And I just see Hooker winning this fight. I know Poirier's tough, and oh boy, yeah, it's actually a pretty tough fight. I hope it doesn't go the distance. I would hate to see a fight like this, a fight of this magnitude, to go to the judges. I would rather see a knockout or you know, or something else. I don't see a submission in this fight at all, but you never know. But yeah, so I'm going with Hooker. So, all right, everybody, those are my picks. I'm gonna make this video short because I'm driving and just trying to multitask, and those are my picks. So I'll post a video with my winning record, and if you ain't making money, you must not be betting my picks. So peace, everybody. I'll see you.